Hey YouTube. So earlier this year, I went to the Lake County Antique Fair at the Lake County Fairgrounds. I bought a bunch of kits, and two of the kits that I bought were these, and they're like vintage kits. These are actually trains that are model kits. So that's an actual model kit. So had to get one of each of these that he had available. They're locomotives, early American transportation, and this one is the General, and this one is called the Porter Switcher. I think what I'm going to do is build this one, the General, and it's a fairly famous locomotive. It participated in the Great Chase, which was during the Civil War. The Union Army actually stole this from the South and then proceeded north, attempting to sabotage the tracks and burn bridges as they went. And the Confederates and Southern Railroad men pursued them and eventually recaptured it. And so I thought this would be kind of a fun, hopefully quick little kit. 60 pieces easily assembled will fit O-gauge track. I was looking out on eBay and I found some used spare O-gauge track that I think I'm going to buy to display it on. And then these instructions, you can see they're torn here. I actually taped them on the back to try to keep it together while I'm working on them. And then these, you can see. There's a shred of it right there. And everything's here, and the kit itself is in pretty good shape, but there's no painting instructions. So, and from what I found, this is not accurate at all. So I went out and got references, and today it resides in the Big Shanty Museum in Kennesaw, Georgia. And once again, thanks to YouTube, there's a video out there with a walk around. So I took a bunch of stills of that video to use as my references. And I think I've cobbled together kind of how it should look. So this is going to be my next build. And these decals are extremely old and very faded. I think this kit is from, I want to say, the late 50s, early 60s. This Northwestern Products Company, St. Louis, Missouri. I could not find this on ScaleMates, so I actually added these two kits, this and the Porter Switcher, to ScaleMates. And took a picture of these instructions and uploaded those as well. And I had to create the vendor. They did not have a Northwestern Products out there in their list of vendors. So I think it's a fairly rare kit. I don't know. But, I went out just yesterday and someone else has it. Because I went to there and, down at the bottom it says, who has it in their stash. And it's myself and one other person. So basically it's a locomotive and a tender, and you may be able to see I crossed out parts as I was going through to make sure everything was here. So here's kind of the locomotive parts and then the tender parts, and it can actually ride on that O-gauge track. So like I said, I'm going to display it on that track. But it looks like a fairly straightforward build. Like I said, there's some flash here and there. But, I think it's going to go together fairly simply. The bulk of the work, I believe, is going to be in the painting. And there may also be a little bit of scratch building because it does have a lot of tubes and stuff and piping and things like that, as you'll see in the references. So I may do a little bit of scratch building there. So, yeah, this is going to be my next build.